cool. Are we live? Are we running? Is it working? Yes. Cool. Okay. So we're back in the council. We got to halfway yesterday, and yeah, hopefully we can get at least a good chunk of the way towards the end today.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, but let's jump back
I got
into
you all
it.
them ambers.
Yes, you did.
Churros.
Oh yeah, we need to talk to
Mortimer.
because we've just started part 9.
The way we just turn around there looked like the shadows made it look like he's got a horrible black eye.
Who us?
There, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, what do you want, Mortimer?
I wanted to see you to apologize for all these events. I am absolutely bowled over by what has just happened. Who would have thought that Monsieur Peru would have taken his own life like that?
There was nothing I could do.
You should have intervened. Just lie to him.
I hate myself for not being able to intervene. Unfortunately, he surprised us all.
Of course. Don't blame
Seductive.
yourself.
Well, yeah, we used
What do you have planned?
On that note,
We're
my
good.
lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please.
Oh, so we
I
haven't
wanted to
covered
thank
everything.
you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice,
Faded black
and it
there.
gives
Oh,
me
it did,
tremendous
it loaded as
satisfaction
well.
to have you with me on this project.
Just say it's worth it. We're not going to admit
What is
defeat.
at stake? Is
No, I
worth
mean
it, my
we've
lord.
done a
Now,
pretty good
I
job.
won't
All
hide
told. It's
from you
just
the
a
fact
shame
that
that
I have
Peru
no idea about
killed
what
himself, so
miracle
we're back to a
we could
stalemate.
ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Oh, and one other thing.
And by the way, Louis.
Go back to our room. Do we think we'll find an Emily?
Emily.
Do you think we'll find a pissed off Manuel Godoy? A shocked and disheartened Napoleon?
A dead body of Peru.
Yes, this is
Someone
your
just dragged. This is your
this is your mess to
responsibility.
clear up. In which case we'll just go.
mentioned it yesterday. Either to you or to someone else. Impossible to tell with you people.
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room.
Servant.
This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
Maybe
Yes.
we should go speak to Napoleon, because I bet he's kind of...
No, but I think the open door in his room might have been us.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Because
Yes,
We went in
Louis,
there.
what do
Yeah.
you want? Let's get to the point. I have to study our different possibilities for turning the vote in our favor. We just lost the vote for the next conference, and we already had fewer votes than Holm. I must absolutely find a solution.
I don't get why we'd say that.
No.
Yes. Yes, indeed. But I believe if Lord Mortimer is still confident, it's because he still has a few cards up his sleeve.
I hope so. I sincerely hope so. Unfortunately, that vote of Godoy you acquired is probably not going to suffice.
Well, it's still more than what you've done, isn't it?
I see.
Oh.
Confused, monsieur.
Whoa!
As
Chill,
soon
Louis.
as we started the war with
Where'd that
Spain,
come from,
if
Frank?
I were you, I wouldn't get on my high horse so quickly. In short, we haven't a minute to lose. I'll leave you now.
Just a minute. Can you tell me what Duchess Hillsborough proposed to you on the night of the conference?
I was sure you'd ask me that. Not that I hold the Duchess dear to my heart, but I do nevertheless have some scruples. I have noticed you hovering around her since you arrived, and I only have one piece of advice to give you. Don't forget why she came here. And don't delude yourself.
That makes 2. pieces of advice.
Learn to count,
How you
Napoleon.
love having the last word. Now, Louis,
Yeah.
time is running short, and as I
No,
said,
Louis,
I'm in
being
a
a
hurry.
bit-
I have to go now. I will see you later.
Oh, okay, that was the only thing. We could only ask him one thing. All right. Fine.
Oh, it's Peru's room.
I am sorry, sir, but you are unable to access Monsieur Peru's room while we gather his personal effects.
Fine. I was more hoping that you would potentially, have some other information to give me, but
Amber.
yeah, give me all your stuff. Okay. Gonna bump into anyone else? Oh, we can. Is he in here?
Monsieur de Richet, I have no time. I was about to join Sir Gregory. Come back later.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you a moment and...
I am expected. I'm sorry. We shall talk later.
Oh.
All right then.
Okay.
Fine.
Emily? Are you around somewhere?
No, she'd probably sodded off with home as well. I feel like it's giving us very little in the way of opportunity to talk to people, so that we actually get back here. So, and this is where our mother comes through the door behind the bookcase or something.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
If it's not Emily, I don't care.
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming!
Louis! Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly. You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Bets on Emily's sister potentially still being alive.
No, she got shot in the face.
But did she? Because we didn't actually see that, did we?
No, true.
And if Mother, for some reason, knows that we're having visions,
Or sleeping with Emily.
both, maybe, then wouldn't it be, if she was going to fake someone's death,
I don't remember which one is Emily's room.
the one with the sign that says Emily Hillsborough on it, which I think is just over here somewhere? Who's that? Von Wollner?
Wonder.
Peru, Napoleon. This is hers. Of course I took the long way round.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Listen at it.
I can't understand what she's saying.
Pick the lock.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in,
Who
quick.
does she share a balcony with?
Napoleon? Because he's just over here and it's all on the same wall. He's hoping he isn't in here. He'll just get pissed off at the servant again for leaving his door
I
open.
have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! locked.
Oh, the servant locked the door.
Do it for free. Pick the lock. Oh. He's just gonna get pissed off at another servant.
That's fine. He can get pissed off at another servant. That's got nothing to do with us. Straight
brute.
unlock brute. Let me in. Time was of the essence. We can apologise to Napoleon later. I kicked out your window because I saw my mother. You want to see her too.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
Oh,
what
God.
are you on about now? I should never have told you what happened to
Okay.
me.
Who's
That's
dead?
how it works, and you know it full well. I'm not that naive.
Oh,
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you, you are joking.
I told
I
you she
hope,
wasn't dead.
right? I gave you my life.
But now we need to
That's
work out
enough,
which
Emma.
one's the real
Now
one.
that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time.
Oh,
Louis knows
for
very
sake.
well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on,
How about you
Louis,
both
tell
give me
her
the
who the real
guns?
Emily is.
We
Wait,
sit
wait,
down.
we have a
Right,
lovely
Louis.
chat.
I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come
Why
on,
do
you know
these
how to
things
tell us
always-
apart, right?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart?
How
Wait,
long is my
I've got
shot?
an idea.
On the night of our arrival,
She's saying the one behind you, Emma. So ask Emma a question. What is my job?
you handed me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you handed me something. What was it?
My handkerchief, and you stained it with your blood. You still have it, as a matter of fact. But she already knows all this, Louis. It's a waste of time.
Right. Let's find something else.
Those nights we've slept together.
Yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
I feel like that's that name is there specifically to mislead us.
Yeah.
So
We haven't asked the question. Oh. What is she?
it's okay.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Do you remember if we saw each other that night or not?
Not at all. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm. I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself, for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
Take both guns, shoot both of them.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet. On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Can't we just ask the room?
Remember? How did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
Sword toward the Gorgon, Gorgon toward the shield, shield toward the sword. Lantern toward the shield. Of course, I told her how to do it. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
I told you that on one
Very
night
well.
one was
Let's
one
talk
girl and
about
one
us.
was the other. Fine. Hold on.
Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night, and that's where your little game ends, Emma. Because I never told you about it. So, there you can't answer. What? No! You didn't do that. I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you always used to react whenever you felt you were competing against a man? You dirty...
That's enough. I've had enough of this charade. That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Emily is behind us?
I'm fairly certain Emily's behind us because she came to us last night. The one that's supposed.
Said, I have no idea what you're on about.
Yeah. So
You are Emily Hillsborough.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch! Watch out, Louis!
No.
No!
Jesus!
Unlocked profiler.
So hey, we were correct.
Yeah.
See what
Louis
you've
becoming
done.
more like me every day. Soon
Yeah,
enough.
you're a shit detective too.
Yeah. Thanks.
Louis? What on earth is going...
Mother!
Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Yes,
Go.
shout it
Come,
at the top
Louis.
of your voice.
There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her, please. Go, I'll cover you.
Also, I'd never seen Emily be as brash
Yeah.
as Emma was being. So when she started saying, "Oh, you're a bitch, you little dirty blah blah blah," I was like, "Oh, Emily doesn't say those things."
I mean, this is true, but
Whose room are you going to break into?
this is Peru's room, but I can't bust into it.
You're going to have to go through that door that you broke with Napoleon's. You're like, "What are you doing?" No, is he not here? Just
He's just asleep in the other room.
shh.
It doesn't look busted.
No, it doesn't. It'll be blown open in the morning, though.
Well, that's his problem, not mine. And he's Napoleon. I can't really feel all that bad about doing just minor mischief to his property. Well, it's not even his property. I'll apologise to Mortimer, but to hell with.
Good God. They're all here.
So you as an
They must have
Englishman,
heard the gunshot.
I'm not
Where's
English.
Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear
Thank you
anyone?
very much.
To the door.
Someone from Britain.
No, more just because he's a bit of a dick.
He is. You should talk to them and be like, why is everybody out here?
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
She dropped a cup.
Which set off a pistol, which shot her twin sister who was hiding behind the drapes.
Talk to the servant.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
Very well, we will just...
We won't enter then.
Just, is it this one or is it
It's that one.
Yeah.
I think. It's through the library. Through the library and out the other side.
Yeah. After... No, it was the wrong way around. But we can... It's a big circle.
This is through the library, isn't it?
No, but we can go through the other way and it's like one over, but... It's fine. We've started off this way, we'll continue this way. Because, as said, it's a big old circle. Maybe we'll start getting some answers, though. Would that not be nice?
From Mumsy.
Yes. Or we find her down there and, you know, she's dead.
Who knows?
And everything's gone horribly wrong. I want to know who clocked her one, though. Because it seemed like...
Emily and or Emma.
Well, it seemed like Emma was the aggressor. But
Yeah, I think Emily was shocked. And then Emily felt she was being betrayed by...
I don't know.
Emma.
It's all a bit unusual.
It's a bit like a soap opera.
Yeah, with more conspiracy. Well, depends on the soap opera, I guess.
What did Profiler give you, by the way?
Probably some XP of something. Is this one? Profiler.
Manipulation costs 1 effort less, and what was brutal?
You think you identified the true Emily Hillsborough. Okay, fun. Way to be positive about that game.
I wonder what happens if you always get Profiler?
Maybe. Mother,
Louis,
what the...
at last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next?
After
An
all
ancient
you've
monster
seen,
with a
you
head like an
really-
octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit, and 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
The Boogeyman and Father Christmas. Mortimer and Hall.
Yeah, I don't think it's Volna, but it could very well be Mortimer and Holm.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Holm does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand, and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
What?
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand
Discussing
how
with
and
Mumsy
why
how,
Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
Mortimer is a demon.
On the continent,
Oh, okay.
Mortimer and Holm are mere
persuasive.
dandies
All
who
the
organize
proof.
society
Yeah.
balls. History
Apparently he's been a
forgets them
demon
with
for
a
the best part
disconcerting facility.
of
No
like
one
500,
speaks
600
about
years.
them, and yet they whisper in
That
the
would make
ears
sense
of
with all
kings
of the
and
letters
presidents.
he's
Yeah.
been receiving.
And all of the and the date that unlocked his room.
History forgets and no one speaks about them. His secret study.
Oh, I've already
Oh.
property deeds, his study, and this one I've already talked about.
Oh, okay.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Louis, I am proud of you.
Aw,
you came
Mum gave us a
all
pat on
this
the
way to
head.
found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Mortimer?
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
Let her continue.
He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you accepted?
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him.
See your dad.
3 years later in Berlin, I
That
just
would
missed
explain
him.
a lot.
In London, I lost
I
six
feel like
members
he's our
of the
dad.
order in a chase.
But she's
In
got to be in like
1741, in Tunisia,
the 60s
I found
at
a
the very
sect of
earliest,
fanatics who had
and
crossed
we're
paths with
30s.
him once.
She was in
1741
her
in
20s
Poland,
when
1749
she met
in
him.
India.
So-
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
Insist.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island.
He's
All
already
right, can we move
possessed
on?
us.
Wait a minute.
We
One
are
last
his
thing.
servants. What happened with Emma?
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
But then,
I want to know what happened
was she
with
still
Elizabeth
alive?
Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
okay.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Cool.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany.
So it was a bluff.
Between you and me, if buying
The
China
cannons
would
were a
have enabled
bluff.
me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Cool.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Okay.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Oh, has she gone into the place
Where the person.
where Gustav
Yeah.
lost his hand? Okay,
Good.
all right.
I think that's
I'm
about
satisfied.
right. We shall speak about it
because
once
I
we get
can't
back
ask
to
any
France.
more questions.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Okay.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
Nazareth, Bethlehem, Bethesda. Can't see them. Ooh, Golgotha, Jerusalem. Okay. I could have learned something from Al-Azif. How? I protected one of the Hillsborough twins. I went to see the crowd. I left traces behind in Napoleon Bonaparte's room.
Yeah, you smashed his window in.
I could have been a witness of Napoleon Bonaparte's resolution. I could have spoken with Piaggi about his I'm not too fussed. Either way, again, that was a really quick really
Reassure
quick.
me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I
Well, we
found
know
the
where
one
the
Mortimer
nails
kept.
are.
It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
Okay, well, we know where the nails are.
Some nails?
Because they
Don't
were
ask
up
me.
on the scale.
I'm not the one who made the
in
mechanism, you know. When I
Mortimer's
arrived, there were already a few
study.
of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret
Yeah.
study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Okay.
An exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Okay.
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
Okay.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Okay.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
Cool. Let's read some books. I think our questioning is higher than... Yeah, let's...
Back to manuscripts. Oh.
So we've got that one, and that one. And we'll leave those for the time being. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the cross... Oh, honey. I seem to remember the cross being up next to the dead guy's corpse. Like, at the entrance to the crypt. So in theory, it's still here. No?
Would it be in Piaget's room?
I mean, it might be, but she said it wouldn't be far. She said she dropped it nearby, so in theory... Because the... Okay, so the cross of Clement III... Oh, collector's coin. Okay. Yeah, the cross she said she dropped nearby from what she could remember. So it might be up in the garden. I seem to remember seeing it somewhere. The Exegius, she said... yeah, she's...
Turn around? Something glimmered over there.
Over here?
No, on the...
Over here.
Yeah.
A Bazant.
Is that 2 coins? I think that might have been... Yeah, 2 coins. Alright. Well... Because I thought it was over here before. But apparently not. This might be upstairs. Yeah. So I can't remember if Piaggi came to take a look when we found the body that was down there. There are nooks and crannies about the place down here, so we may as well have a good old look around.
What do the notes say?
Okay. So she says that the cross she's already found, but then she said she lost it. But she said that it was nearby, so... It's got to be around somewhere. Most of the other stuff, we kind of know where it is. So... It's not too bad. Over here, maybe. Oh, that's a bush. Yeah, most of the others we seem to have a good idea of where they are, like the Gutenberg Bible and the nails and things. It all seems fairly straightforward, really. The cross.
Did you just say she dropped it on the floor?
Yeah, she was running for her life, and she was in pain, and she felt like she was about to faint, but she had it somewhere nearby. He said he would search the crypt before he left, but we've searched the crypt and I didn't spot it. Unless we've already picked it up. Which doesn't seem to be the case. But either way, we need to go back down to the crypt after we've got everything else. So we can... If we go and have a look for... Ooh. Oh, collector's coin. Yeah, so if we go and have a look for the stuff that we kind of know where it is inside. And then we can come back out and have a more thorough search around for this.
Yeah.
Because also the exegesis, or whatever, however you want to pronounce that word.
Exegesis.
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me.
Okay, so we're
Otherwise,
looking
I
for a
risk drawing
smaller
too much
version of
attention
this
to my comings and goings.
as
Now,
well.
Where can I find a smaller one?
Which I think there might be one in the room with the...
Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet.
Right. Are they still in...
No.
No.
That statue is not positioned correctly.
Swivel.
What the...
There we go. Oh.
Open sesame.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, dude. Oh, I don't think...
So that's Pandora's box? An urn?
Yeah, our mother...
Mother seemed worried that I was able to open it.
She said
I
not to
wonder
open
why.
that.
So, I did well not to touch
No,
it.
we'll steal everything else, though.
The Ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't see what part he has in this legend.
Right, okay, so... My one concern is if we need to break... Oh no, it's fine, it's unlocked. Right.
So that's the
And it smashes
exegesis
down.
of Judas.
Yeah, no, it takes off one
I
of
hope
our
Mortimer
fingers.
doesn't read it very often. Otherwise, he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
Cool, okay, one down. Anything else we can pinch? Also, I want to... We weren't allowed to try this on last
Caesar's
time.
laurel wreath.
I was very annoyed that we weren't.
Mortimer really is what my mother says he is. It could mean... No, that's impossible. No, not Caesar.
No, you wanted to try it on, dude. Just try it on.
Now, given all the relics preserved here, it wouldn't surprise me if Mortimer claimed it was Excalibur.
Anything else? Anything else? No, I think we're good.
An exegesis is a critical explanation or interpretation of
Right.
a text.
I've got what I need.
Yeah,
Especially
that's,
Let's not waste any more
that's
time.
what our mother told us. Right, what else we got? We need the...
If you type in exegesis of Judas, it's a lot of...
Stop Googling.
I'm curious. Just a lot of Christian websites saying he's a bad man.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's hard to disagree with that, to be fair.
I think he was just misunderstood.
Okay, well, if we go back through, I'm sure there's a small armillary sphere.
What is an armillary spear actually for?
As far as I'm aware, because
They just look kind of
it's-
pretty to me.
It's for doing astrological calculations, I believe. The specifics are something I'm not familiar with, but considering its shape and the way it looks, that's my guess. Where is it? I'm sure I've seen it floating around in the least literal way possible. I mean, if it were floating around, it'd be much easier to see.
Really hard to get though.
Get a servant to do it.
Right, yeah.
Jump! I'm sure it's just on a side somewhere. It might be in the other salon, actually. Hi, Godoy. Time to put my mother's suggestions
God
to the test.
damn it, Orishe! Are you joking or what? You sell me pipe dreams about Mortimer's project, and a few hours later, one of your allies completely breaks down. Is this what Mortimer's side is all about? What am I going to do now?
I can't remember what his weaknesses are.
No, we'll be
None
fine.
of the above.
Come now, my Lord Duke. You know very well that at this level, things can get pretty rough. You ought to be used to it. Rest assured, Lord Mortimer has bounced back before. It's not an issue.
What can I do for you?
I'm dreaming. My mother was right. He's not going to tell me one word about what happened to Emily.
To tell you the truth, I'm in search of an armillary sphere. You wouldn't know where I can find it, would you?
Well, well. So you do have a passion for astronomy.
Oh, yeah.
Von Wollner has already bored me quite enough with all of his endless stories. You ought to concentrate, Louis. Politics is an art that requires all one's attention. Refrain from spreading yourself too thin, and leave stargazing to the poets.
What can I say? I'm only...
Ask Wollner. I am sure he must have it among his effects.
Perfect.
Thank you, my Lord Duke.
Leave me now.
See you later.
Steal it from Volna. Got no problem with doing that. But first, let's have a quick poke around in here, because we've not been able to come back into this room for a while. I'm sure we've got some other bits and pieces that we didn't have before to help us open stuff up or find things.
Turn around. Something landed on the floor. I'm not sure of it. No?
No, I think it might have been a reflection.
Okay.
I mean, we've got a Napoleon.
Yo, Mr. Bonaparte.
Not too shocked.
I beg your pardon?
About Peru this morning. I asked you if you weren't too shocked by it all.
Yes, of course. I still can't believe it.
And neither can I. How could it do that to us? There are increasingly fewer and fewer of us on Mortimer's side. I don't see at all how we are going to win the conference.
Tell me. I was wondering.
About the cross?
I'm in search of a cross of Clément III. You wouldn't have seen one, would you?
I beg your pardon? What are you playing at now, de Richet?
Oh, nothing. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. You wouldn't know where to find an armillary sphere, would you?
Do you really think this is the right time? Oh, ask Volner. I am sure he will know. What with him being passionate about astronomy, you ought to get on fine together. Leave me now. I need to think of a solution.
Sure.
I won't keep you any longer. See you later.
No
monsieur.
issues with leaving you alone. Alright. So what was through here? Oh, the swanky room. Wasn't there another box in here with a... Yes. I'm not sure if we picked
chest
up
with
the
a
key.
motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
No. Although...
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
There's jelly and an amber piece.
Mm-hmm.
But you could use the...
Cool. Alright, anything else? Where does this lead? Oh, this leads out to here. Okay. Cool. Alright, let's head upstairs and have a poke around for the pieces that we still need from up here. Because the Bible's easy enough to find. Because it was just sat in that unused room. Maybe you're right about finding Piaggi to ask him about the...
He's got to know where a cross is.
The cross. Yes, because priests can instinctively tell where a cross is within, like, however many feet.
Mm-hmm.
Your hand... Oh, Volna! Give me your,
Give me your sphere.
Your sphere. Where is he? Is he here?
Or if not, just nick it from him.
That's the plan. No shits if he's not here. Oh.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
Again, disappears into those huge pockets on our
I just want to know
coat.
where he's putting them.
Let's see. Where's the... Is this the room that's empty?
Ah,
Oh.
Louis. Glad you're here.
Blasted. He's gonna talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the
we
chimney.
surprised?
Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want
Is
to
it because
speak
we're
to me
carrying
about
too
what
much
happened
stuff?
between my mother and the Hillsborough.
No, seemingly not.
Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two different writing styles.
Yeah, we'll get rid of
The
it.
rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain there must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's all.
Why, of course. You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something, Louis. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues.
Take it quick.
Make it disappear into our pockets and
What Bible?
The Bible's still there.
it's gone.
I don't know what Bible he was on about.
Should we try setting him off on a different track anyway?
If it allows us to.
Hey, look, there.
No, I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
He's going to be disappointed when he
pleased
sees
with
the Bible's disappeared.
Hey, look,
Okay,
there.
so he
Yeah, he just won't be able to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
I'm
He's going to be
I kind of
disappointed
wonder
when
how
he sees the Bible's disappeared.
American people, considering they're usually so protective of their heroes and things, they're
How I feel about Washington being in the game.
yeah, like his depiction.
I don't think he's depicted badly.
No, neither do I. But I'm just saying, I wonder.
He's a bit of an idiot sometimes, but they kind of all are.
Let's go up and get the
The nails.
nails.
11916646.
6466.
Oh, I would have got us trapped.
I mean, we managed that by ourselves quite handily last
we
time.
did. We thought we were being smart.
To be fair, I don't think getting trapped was that bad, that bad a situation. You know?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Nails.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Bets on it. Ooh.
What?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
I think the solution just. Oh no, it's fine. It didn't glitch out or anything. It just showed me what was already there, but it flickered on the screen.
Time to play the piano.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a piano pedal isn't the least comfortable pedal.
No.
So, but
Right.
yeah,
This time, it'll be a lot quicker.
yes, because we
If I
just
remember
need.
rightly, the code was 119.
Yes, all right, we've got it.
You just do it for us. Can't seen it.
Yeah.
No. You're a bit finicky to try and line yourself up with.
Oh, not that bad.
Oh, never. Remember what I did.
Oh, and this is where we walk straight into Mortimer in his study.
Of course.
Of course, what?
Yeah, I don't know, of course, what.
Nails.
There.
There's only 2.
Those are the nails.
Oh,
No,
there's
there are 3.
sorry. Analyze them.
No. I'm kind of interested in this cube, honestly.
Can we do anything with it yet?
I don't think so.
It looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton. What on earth could that be?
Yeah, he has no clue either. Let's just have a quick
Feathers, pigeons probably.
double check just to make sure that there isn't a random cross lying around. I don't think it was up here that we saw it.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of
We
fire.
got the other key for this yet? No, but we can just open it
Just
up.
open it.
Ooh, what's that?
Now we've got a key with a water symbol on it.
And collector's coins. A lot of collector's coins.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Just quick check just to make sure we've
Weaknesses of the Human Psyche by
got
Gilhelm Tremor.
everything.
Analyse le livre.
Gilhelm Tremor. Tremor. An anagram of Mortimer. Wow. Arrogant enough to publish writings on mental control. Full view of everything. I wonder who he's writing for.
I wonder who he's writing for. All the other demons out there that need a How to Control Humans for Dummies book, I guess.
Trying to think about that. What that chest could be.
Can't really. Am I? Okay.
All right, come on. Let's get out of here.
So I didn't even need to do it this
6466,
time,
if I remember
just-
correctly.
No, it's on. Oh,
It
it
just
was.
yeah, it just let me out. So them hammering in the whole remember it's this really made no difference. Right, where's Piaggi's room? Is this way or that way?
Should have got you to tell me what the letters were of that chest.
Hmm?
Because then I've written them
A
down and see
devil's
if I can
thorn,
make some anagrams
to be
out of
used
it.
to uncover the best
Eh.
disguised traits.
I'm sure it'll come up later.
Probably, but I want to beat the game.
I mean, we've still got a little way to go before. Okay. Ooh.
Peru. Oh. Go in.
Okay, we've got everything apart from
The
the cross, which she said she had lost nearby. But
Peru might be at least able to tell us what it looked like.
Peru's dead.
No, Piaggi.
Yeah.
I meant Piaggi. Don't know where you're going.
What's that? Oh, Godoy. Me. Which means Piaggi. Oh, okay.
Ah, Louis, come in. Your timing is impeccable. I wanted to have a word with you.
Aha!
Oh, here we go.
Pocketed.
Thief.
I was wondering how you are getting on in your search for our poor Sarah. You must have made some progress, I should think. I am terribly worried about her, you know.
I have no idea where she
Get
is.
out of here, Louis. You're in a hurry.
Any news of her?
I can't remember.
That's free.
Yeah.
I don't know why, Your Eminence, but I get the impression you're asking a question to which you already know the answer.
Let's say I have heard rumors, but I prefer to ask you the question directly.
Well, what have you heard exactly?
It would appear that your mother is implicated in the death of the Duchess's twin sister. Oh, what a story, all the same. Twins? I was always wary of the Duchess anyway. I did not appreciate the facility with which she would flaunt her assets. You know,
She
Louis,
does not dress
I don't
like
want
a
to
private,
put you on
proper
the spot,
duchess.
but I sense you are worried.
I mean, if there was one
and that you are
person that was
not
going to
telling
complain,
me
it would be
everything.
him, wouldn't it?
What exactly did you come looking for in my room?
You.
What do you mean?
Of course.
Louis, I was not born yesterday, you know. When you came in, I saw in your face a hint of disappointment at finding me here. I concluded that you were hoping you wouldn't run into me. You came here for something else.
No. You're mistaken. I was just passing by. I shall leave you, Your Eminence. I wouldn't want to take up your time.
As you wish, Louis. See you later.
You know you can trust me, Your Eminence. I didn't
haven't
open that
told you, so
letter.
I might as well not bother him.
Fuck this, I'm out.
I am a God-fearing man. I would never steal from you, for you are a religious man.
Yeah, that's the way it works. It's not like religious people have been stealing stuff from other religious
No, but
people
as long
for
as
all
you
of
say it like
history.
that, he'll believe you. Very, very monotone.
Does monotone mean sincere now?
Yep.
Right, I'll remember that.
I mean, yes.
Okay, let's be on our way to go see Mumsy. And then we can get our hand removed.
If it goes wrong, yeah. I mean, we did so well on the puzzle before.
I mean, someone did.
Oh no, you can't. Every time I play, you can't say if something bad. It's all my
No.
fault.
I was still saying we need to look at the statues and find stuff, and you're like, no, we need to go and touch the thing and got us poisoned. That was your call.
But we wouldn't have, if they'd have not have hidden Midas around the
Minos.
not Midas. Too many similar names. Around the corner, we'd have been fine.
Yeah, but it was still a case of.
You didn't know he was there.
No, I didn't.
You can't put all this blame on me.
I can because you said one thing.
No, and you said okay.
I mean, you had the mouse and keyboard at the time.
You could have said no.
Yeah, you know that doesn't work on you anymore, any more
does.
than it works on anyone else. Right. So though. Oh Jesus.
So,
she can also
good.
teleport us.
You've managed to gather all the keys.
Which is kind of terrifying.
Yes, that's right.
power for a mother
I have
to
everything.
have.
What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself.
Yeah.
All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse.
What did she choose?
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed 1 nail in Bethlehem, 1 in chapter 2, and 1 in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer
cried.
was well stocked with
Cried a
drugs.
lot. It was painful.
I raided his supplies of medicine.
All right, my
All
turn
right.
now.
Go
Well,
ahead,
let's
impress
hope we
me.
don't care much for our
I'll
hand.
shut up and let you concentrate.
Okay. Well. Put that there first.
The cycle of the moons has
I have to
nothing
guess
to
a
do with
theme.
what I'm doing right now.
Hmm?
You have to It says guess the
Oh
theme.
yeah. But what else have
This
we got?
exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas. Chapter 2, verse 6.
That's what she picked.
Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Taveth at
Is it what
midnight,
this picture depicts at the back?
3762, in the village of Bethlehem.
I'll find the equivalent in the
wait.
Gutenberg Bible.
Chapter 2, verse 6. And so it was that, while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered of a child. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and
Okay,
laid him in a
so-
manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in
Because
the field,
there are two.
keeping watch over their
There's
flock
a
by night. And lo,
thing
the
mentioned
angel
there.
of the Lord
in
came
the
upon them,
Judas.
and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they
In Judas's
were sore
book,
afraid.
it was the 22nd of.
Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph
Yeah, so
on the
22nd
22nd of
Teveth.
Taveth at midnight,
That in the
But what's- but what's
3762,
Teveth? No, Teveth isn't
in the
here.
village of Bethlehem.
But there's a lexicon. Okay, so that's just all towns. That's fine. The hell is? Does this help me at all?
No.
Can I do a thing? No. Okay.
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Oh, well, thanks for that. Okay. Because we need a Roman numeral, and we need...
Is it place,
'Cause
that's
if
the
it-
chapter and that's the verse?
That's what she seemed to be suggesting. But... I'll press the hide interface. Okay.
Analyze the
The
fresco.
fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
Well, I'll have to trust her.
It's reduced by 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's definitely a representation of the birth of Christ, but some of the details have flaked away. I can't see any other clues. One thing is for sure, this enigma deals with the life of Jesus, like my mother said. You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more. Why, of course. They're part of the initials INRI that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion.
Okay. So we're looking for...
We could have deduced a theme idea or something.
Well, I've already done so myself.
Is it the crucifixion?
I'm guessing so.
Chapter 19, verse 17.
Okay.
Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793,
So Jerusalem.
in a place near
Nisan
Jerusalem.
3. It
The
was just
Romans put a crown of thorns
No, I know,
on his
but
head.
we're looking for...
Chapter 19, verse 17.
1917.
And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
So...
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth
didn't
into
want you
a
to read it
place
again.
called the
Press the
place
wrong
of a
button
skull,
then.
which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with
So
him
Golgotha...
on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
1917? Give it a go, shall we?
Let's see if we lose a hand.
Well, no, because it should just open, right?
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
You don't say.
What's the
Thanks.
inscription say?
Clearly, we have names of towns, Arabian numerals, and Roman numerals.
Okay then, let's insert some nails. Golgotha, 19,
17.
17. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we did it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Levers!
Pull them all!
Works.
Well
Oh.
done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Hehe, no.
Align
There must
discs
surely
to
be a
match
connection
the
between
chosen
the
theme and
wheels.
Pull the trigger.
Okay. So what are these
There are
icons?
different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels.
What does your mum say?
Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far. Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
So we're going to want the phase of the moon from the astrolabe. I'm not sure what the numbers are. And then
Death,
these...
that's the top is crucifixion.
No, surely the crucifixion would be the... Well, no, I suppose that could be the crucifixion.
Next the crucifixion there is a baby.
Sure.
Is that him being baptized?
Well, hold on. Let's
I
see
think I
what
can
they
make out
say, because
each
who
one of
knows
the
if
icons
if our
apart from the
interpretation is
one
right or
covered in
not.
blood. Going clockwise from the one I just mentioned, we have the halo that represents the resurrection. The waves represent the baptism of Jesus. It's more difficult to identify the next one. Maybe a crib, and in that case it's surely linked to the birth of Christ. The red herring that my mother followed. Then, the symbol represents the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion. The dove also represents the baptism. Certainly another red herring. Then comes the symbol of the Trinity. And finally, the candle that must stand for the Last Supper.
Okay. So what are these
Now,
numerical icons?
Given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest.
Oh, well, that wasn't helpful, was it? But we can find out what the... Because it was...
8th of April 29, 9 Rahab, minus 611.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
6th of Rajab, 611, waxing crescent.
Okay, so it would be... The moon one would be... Moons.
Which is a waxing crescent.
Waxing is when it's going away. It's being slowly covered. That one. Or is it? Waxing and waning. Fuck, I can't remember. Let's try that one. The icons.
So you'd need to put that one down at the bottom where we've chosen.
Oh, because it needs to be aligned with Golgotha, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think so. Because then I think all of the rest of them align with the thing that, like where the place is.
Yeah. Well, the icons.
Theoretically, baptism should be by Jordan.
Bethlehem is.
Where he was born.
Yeah. Where's the cross? Because the cross can also be his crucifixion, can't it? Okay, but that's the crib, and then what is that? The baby?
Hide the interface because I can't see where Golgotha. So Golgotha's that one at the bottom.
This one here, yeah.
Okay.
And at the moment, there's nothing lined up with it due to the.
What can line up with it?
The candle. Whatever the thing covered in blood is.
That's it. That's the crucifixion.
Yeah. Jerusalem, Jordan, baby. That also makes a kind of sense, I guess, maybe.
If we pull it.
Well, no, we need to do the.
Yeah, the rest of it, I know.
But hold on, what do we.
I don't know what the middle ring is.
The middle ring's like dates. Which. Hold on.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Okay, so
chapter 19,
Judas's thing
verse 17.
mentions the.
And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew
So Judas's
Golgotha,
Bible,
where they crucified him,
or
and 2 others
or
with
whatever
him,
it's called,
on either side,
mentions
and
the
Jesus
crown of thorns
in the midst.
But it's Golgotha is the thing that's mentioned in. Yeah, Golgotha is the thing that's mentioned in. So, like, that's the cross, I think. Let's have another quick look. Inside wheels, icons.
I think I can make out each one of the icons apart from the one covered in blood.
Going clockwise from the one I just mentioned, we have the halo that represents the resurrection. The waves represent the baptism of Jesus. It's more difficult to identify the next one. Maybe a crib, and in that case it's surely linked to the birth of Christ. The red herring that my mother followed. Then, the symbol represents the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion.
I think that's a cross.
The dove also
Because it seems
represents
to have
the baptism.
the crossbar there.
Yeah, maybe.
Certainly
So
another
I think
red
it's.
herring.
I think that one
Then
should be
comes
lined
the symbol
up.
of the Trinity. And finally, the candle that must stand for the Last Supper.
Then we need the.
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
Okay. So what was the date? It was
8th of April.
8th of April.
So
So, we
A.
need
8A.
8A. Is there? Yeah, there's an 8A. Cool. Dates.
Is that it?
Let's cross round
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the right place. So in theory, we won't lose a hand.
I don't know. I don't know the difference between a waxing and a waning moon.
Well, let's hold on. Let's have another closer look at these.
The moons. The Wheel of Moons?
Or all the wheels.
Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon.
Would a waxing be coming and a waning be going?
I think we're probably going to have to do it that way. So moons. New moon. Okay. So that's a waxing crescent.
Oh, can't watch.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
I'm somewhat confident.
Okay, do it.
Okay. Got your arm cut off of me. Maybe we were right the first time with the moves, because otherwise everything else seemed to have been right. Is there one for arm growth?
Don't deserve.
Yeah, because then we get free skill use. Cool. Okay.
Can only read one book.
Yeah. Okay. I like that it didn't just go sucks to be you and then
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better. If you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
didn't realize we had an audience there. Can I? Okay.
Filthy swine! I'm going to open this damn door and skin you alive! You're not going to get the better of us!
Mother?
Louis, you've come around. How do you feel?
Slightly lighter on one side.
Mother? I can't feel my arm.
Louis, I had to cauterize it with what I could find.
Where's my arm?
We'll get through this, Louis. Don't worry. I think I found a solution. You'll see.
We gotta leave. No, don't put your arm in there.
Louis, we can't leave without it. It's our last chance. I need to see this through to the end. I must do it.
I wanted to see how her...
We've done it, Louis. Look.
Stubborn as a mule.
Come on, up you get.
I wanted to
I'll
see
help
her
you.
solution to see what was
Easy does
different
it.
from
You've lost a lot of blood.
mine. Ours.
And now what?
Let's take what we came for.
Wait. I've got to know what I did wrong.
That is one fearsome mechanism. In fact, if I hadn't watched you beforehand, I would never have found the right combination.
Tell me, where did I go wrong? The 3 nails? Yes, it's true. They let you open the iris.
Yes, but you still need to find the right theme, don't you? The fresco was a trap. Apart from the fresco, everything pointed to the crucifixion. The things that make it possible to activate the mechanism are associated with the crucifixion.
Okay, so we got
the
that
cross to activate the mechanism, and the nails to choose a date.
Sure.
What did you do once you uncovered the iris?
I matched the icon of the crown of thorns with the town of Golgotha, where the crucifixion took place.
It was the crown of thorns then. But then that doesn't... That's annoying, because everything else came from the other book, pretty much. Alright, sod it.
I was right about the thorns.
Yeah, you were.
I'm shocked he's up and moving, with the fact he's just lost an arm.
We have mystical drugs like caramelite
Like Mummy.
water and
Mummy had.
other such things.
Do you want to clear
Oh, crikey.
Want to clear the issue we're having up top?
No.
Is that what we deserve for losing an arm?
There we go.
But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around. Do you know what we're looking for?
We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
I mean...
Yes.
I know a lot about
the
it,
centurion that
but-
pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events.
And also,
I'm not saying that everything
Mortimer had
adds
that
up,
note to
but
that,
imagine if it really did exist.
Very well.
That
Now
artist
what?
saying
Well,
that he
now
had
you
touched
know
up
what
the
you need to
lance in a
find.
painting.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis, I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed, don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly.
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power
it.
as I do,
Yeah.
then you would understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll make a
We'll do
cake.
it your way.
How to serve
One
humans.
more thing.
Yeah.
If they find you
Or
in
it's
possession
about
of the
tennis.
lance, they won't let you
do
get away
serve
with
in
it.
tennis.
Choose only
took that
one
one step
and
too far.
hide it under your jacket
And
so
you
you
didn't
don't
by
get
saying
caught with
serving
it.
humans.
Then run and meet me on
What
the
are we
wharf.
hiding under a jacket?
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
But it's
Good.
the spear of
And
victory.
go talk to Piaggi.
You can fit in our pocket.
He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Yeah, I must find the Holy Lance. So I've got to go find Piaggi before I do anything? Whoa. Okay, that was interesting. Piaggi!
He's gonna be like, what the hell's happened to your arm?
What do you mean? I just felt a little light on one, a little heavy on one side. Just needed to lighten myself up a little bit. Piaggi! I'll say this. Very interesting game. Oh, come on. There we go. Right. Where's Piaggi? Hopefully he's still up in his room. Then we can just go straight up there and be like,
Hey.
let me know. I need information. Tell me things. Ask him the questions, give him a quick push.
Yeah.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the Lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
are not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it.
Push him.
Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance,
He's-
Louis?
Your Eminence,
There's a
turn
demon in
around.
him.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
No, I was wondering about it myself.
Oh, Louis. It's even worse than I thought. I believe you when you say you've only come to find out more. But in that case, it means that Sarah didn't even tell you the point of it all. Because, believe me, you are looking for it. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No, you are the first I've spoken to about it, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Are you quite sure of that?
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
No one else.
What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
I need it.
Why?
You won't understand.
Try me, Louis.
I need to protect myself with it.
Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus. You deserve to be told. His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
You are welcome. Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
I mean, sure, but at the same time...
Search for more clues or pick one spear.
Artistic picture. Oh, he's got a... He touched up the image upstairs in his room, and that you've got the... one of the pieces is hanging in his office. Specialists in esotericism would be
Von Volner.
Volner. Don't really want to talk to Volner. Washington.
Is a cult.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Hard to kill time on this island. Nothing ever happens. Gets a bit boring, don't you think?
Are you joking, my friend? I'm sure you're just being ironic.
Yes and no. It's true that the manor is full of books and works of art. Unfortunately, the subjects are restricted to Lord Mortimer's specific tastes. The Crusades, religion...
Yes, that's true.
By the way, have you noticed the representations of the Holy Lance he's got all over the place?
No. It was the last thing in my mind, to be honest.
Oh, well that's a pity. I would have enjoyed chatting about it, as I would have done with my mother.
See you later.
Okay. Well, that was decidedly unhelpful. Also, again, no one's really taken note of the fact that... Ooh.
We finished that now.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have something to read.
Well, yeah, we know what we're reading next time. But yeah, sacred texts.
The library.
There is that book that Mother forbid us from reading that we've walked past and commented on like 3 or 4 times now.
Is there anything to click on in there?
Yeah. So we can go and take a look at that.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Okay, consider yourself pardoned. Right, up to his office, because there's at least one painting up there that I remember being about the lance.
Mm.
St. Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? No, this is too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has no interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see.
I think this statue does represent Longinus, armed with a lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it.
Okay. Yep.
Just holding your arm now.
Just waddling around, like,
try not
in
to
agony.
cry. Is that Lance?
Adoration of the Shepherds with Saints Longinus and John. Giulio Romano, 1534.
Hold on. Where's the note?
What note?
The one to the...
Oh, the spear touched up. That's what he said.
Is it this one?
Had the spear touched up better so it corresponds to the actual spear.
Guido Poletti.
Who's the guy who paints all of this guy's pictures?
Yeah. Okay. But which piece?
I think it was the one you were just on.
Just have a quick look around. Yeah, I mean the other paintings won't let me look at them anymore, so...
Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance. There's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape.
It could be one thing, but however...
This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No. If Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study, in the same way as for the Nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape.
Cool.
Do I think it's a spear?
So I think we think it's a spear because he's
Touched it up.
and mentioned it in the letter. I still reckon someone's going to go down that pit in his office. Just saying.
Us.
Shape of a spear, which is...
What Mortimer's opinion? I
yeah.
guess Mortimer's opinion is the one that matters.
I mean, he's seemingly the one that put it underneath his island home.
Yep.
So... let's go this way. Again, no one's noticed my hand.
No.
In the conversations.
Thought maybe George would have been like, oh my god, boy, what have you done?
Oh my god, what the hell's happened to your hand? Where's the door? Mine. Da 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 da. Let me out. Okay, so we're looking for the spear that looks like a spear.
Yes. Not the one that looks like a leaf.
Yeah. Which also still actually looked like a spear.
Yeah. No.
But what kind of pit of horrors are we about to walk into?
Somewhere where we lose our other
Our other arm. No, we lose our opposite leg.
Oh, so we can hop everywhere. What was on the floor? Turn around. Back that way.
Coin.
Okay. Found it.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any? Yeah. Just give ourselves a couple of those. Right.
Mother, I feel lightheaded. Surprised that you didn't see your hands on the other side.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna check.
I see vomits everywhere.
Yeah. So now, this...
How?
We can't see the ceiling. This suggests that this whole huge rock that the mansion is built on is...
Fake.
Well, no, also, well, yeah.
I don't get how it works.
But I'm just... It looks like it's hollow, but then also... Looking up there, you would have thought that goes along and then straight up to the surface. And those stairs didn't seem to be, like, that long.
No.
But... Right. Should we go this way or that way? There's a chest right here. Let's go and take a look at this chest first, shall we?
Where?
There.
Oh. I was
Oh, no,
thinking
it's a,
small chest.
Not a chest. Sorry. Coffin.
Amber crystals.
Hey.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter.
What's for free? Anything for free?
I don't think anything's for free.
This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really
Is
well
Mortimer
preserved.
Clement III.
Clemens III.
Don't know.
Clément
No, I
III
don't think so.
French. How come his
I think
tomb
Mortimer
ended
is
up here
essentially
and
Mortimer,
not in the
who's just
Vatican?
lived a long old time. Okay, well, that's all we need to know from that one, I guess. Is that a corpse? No, it's a thing.
Just lying there.
Probably won't lead anywhere constructive, but... Ooh. That's a spear with the head of a leaf.
What does it say if you click it?
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is
no.
copper
No.
rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
Yeah, no, we don't want...
We don't want
That's
that
the-
so-called Egyptian
That's-
mythology.
That's the red herring. Who's this?
This one has no name.
Open
I
it.
wonder who it was for.
No, I don't think we can do that.
Oh.
That's a jump into darkness.
You won't die.
No, I'll just lose my ankles.
Yeah.
Because this game is just going to torture Louis until such time as he has no body parts left, right?
And he'll still be alive.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, the inhabitants of this island just aren't allowed to die.
It's actually been... Oh, excuse me. It's actually been 50 years.
Yeah, we've already been here for 50 years already. We'll... No, something tells me that's not the actual case, but...
Probably not.
Hey, more Devil's Thorn. Right. Okay, we've got a big old place here. Whose sarcophagus is this, then?
Flavius Aetius. It was cut a long time ago. You could tell by the rough hacks of the tool and the patina of the stone. This sarcophagus is very ancient. I'd say it's several centuries old. I remember. He was the Roman general who defeated Attila and his hordes in the terrible battle of the Catalonian plains. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
Well then, good question. Not one we can really answer, I don't think. We can't get rid of that. All those sarcophaguses. Sarcophagi? Oh, well there's a huge ass cross. Let's take a look down here first though, shall we? Nope, nothing here. Got ourselves another leaf-shaped spear.
What was the... Oh, you've taken too many drugs.
Yeah. And I don't have any golden elixir, so we can't cleanse it.
We're not having conversations with anyone.
No. So there are lots of leaf...
With Ra symbols on them, or...
what's... Oh! Oh! A spear-shaped spear. Examine
This
it.
lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear.
Yep.
Its blade is an iron or steel, I think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip. I must be sure of my choice. I really don't want to get it wrong. Am I sure this is the one to take?
Okay, no, do you know what?
I feel like we should go back and read some literature.
Well, no, let's have a look round to see what other spear-shaped spears there are. Because if it's literally the only one...
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess.
I mean,
It's
you say
entirely
that, but
sculpted.
so far we've come across
These symbols,
a couple of the
these grooves,
the
cuneiform
leaf-shaped ones,
script.
both with
This
the
is
sim-
humanity's
both with
oldest
the Ra
alphabet,
symbol on it.
the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek, Sargon.
Okay, so we've got some very notable historical figures in these
Almost made a
sarcophagi
Sargon
down
of Akkad
here.
joke.
Well, I mean, Sargon of Akkad, the historical figure, was particularly potent. Anyway. Nope, there's another leaf one. There's a big old cross up there, which is interesting. Ooh. Spear-shaped spear. Another spear-shaped spear. That one. Well, we'll have a look at all of them and see what it actually. Another leaf-shaped spear. It's down here.
Why is this behind gates?
The
Lord
sarcophagus
Mortimer.
of Lord Mortimer.
Catophile.
Let's see what we can find here. It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
Do you want to try and...
I mean, that's open.
The sarcophagus of
Yeah.
Lord Mortimer. Let's see what we can find here. Ha! Great. Now let's see what's inside.
A trap. Oh, royal jelly. Great.
Amber fragments.
No other spears, right? No. Okay, so we've got the one with the sun symbol on it. And then we just need to take a look at these two to see what they've got on them.
And why is that one in there like that?
Looks like it's got an onk on
I
it.
can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Okay, so sun symbol,
Christian fish.
Christian fish.
I don't feel like it'd be a Christian fish because that's...
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can
boar
just make
spear,
out
you
the
say?
symbol of the Eye of Ra
Not a
engraved on the
spear-shaped
tip.
spear, a boar spear. Okay, so we've got a choice of two. One with the sun on it, and one with this. One with the Christian fish. I don't think it'd be the Christian fish. Personally.
No, and he was a Greek man.
He was a Roman.
Sorry, a Roman man. Who would have celebrated... Who wouldn't have been a Christian until after Jesus had invented...
Until after the stabbing of...
Yeah, and then it'd have gone, oh wait, let me be Christian now.
Right, where was it? Where was the other one? Was it over here?
And the Christian fish was co-opted when... Well after when they realised that crosses were everywhere. Pick it up. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear. Its blade is an iron or steel, I think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
Would they have had an iron blade?
must be sure of my
Probably,
choice.
actually.
I really don't want to get it wrong. Am I sure this is the one to take?
Take it.
We could have done some more digging, but
I'm sure if we'd have read a book, it would have said, they use this kind of spear.
probably would have mentioned the materials and whatever else.
Yeah.
But
Longinus really liked fish.
it's fine. We've got.
Just give it to Mum. At the end of the day, if demons win, demons win. Right?
I mean, if we stab a demon and
Become a demon.
we, in fact, it being iron and having a sun symbol on it would surely be a suggestion that potentially it's a. I have chosen. Not find copies of the lance kept by Mortimer. He kept copies? Okay. Either way, I think we did fine. Right. Misdirection, because we've been using that a fair amount. Yeah, there we go. Just getting up to the
Leap of faith.
free skill. Oh god, it's going to turn into Assassin's Creed.
I'm already pressed for time as it is.
Splat.
Mother's
I
waiting
mean, the
for me on the
Spear of
wharf.
Longinus was in the most recent Assassin's Creed game. So. Right. Join Mumsy Dearest
Mother!
at the wharf.
Where she'll go, that's the wrong spear.
Well, she doesn't know what it looks like either.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Hit him!
Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't think on getting rid of me so easily, De Richet. Where have you been?
Devil's Sword.
Okay, well,
Did
he's not
Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust
immune
me?
to it.
Yes,
So-
but...
So, I might have disappointed you on the negotiation of your precious cannons, but Lord Mortimer believes I can still be useful. I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Remind me, who did you hear making these alleged charges against me?
His Eminence Piaget and Monsieur von Volner were discussing them when I joined them.
And remind me, during the conference, which side were His Eminence and Mr. von Volner on?
Sir Gregory. But what has that got to do with it?
And did it not occur to you for a single instant that they might have been speaking about me in front of you on purpose? To manipulate you? I trust them to detect novices who are likely to be taken in, yes.
Those sons of whores. Ah! So that's how they see me.
Be careful to make sure the conference keeps on going ahead smoothly, though. Please. It would grieve me to have to report you to Lord Mortimer.
No, of course. I'll make sure those two bastards get what they've got coming. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right.
No apology?
Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur.
That's right.
Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Cool. Okay. This way. Okay, so did we have any? No. Okay.
No, you tried that. Are we now at +2? Oh no, this is +1.
Yeah, we're fine.
Just takes down one of our pips, doesn't it?
It increases.
What does the book say?
Increases the cost.
Oh, okay.
Anybody here? No? Good. Is this where I have to stab Mortimer with a spear to find out if it's the real one or not? Oh, great.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
Why have you missing your hand?
Quite careless of you.
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat. I wanted you... Oh no, your hand. Damn it, no. So that's it. She is prepared to use you.
What do you mean?
It wasn't enough for her to lose her hand. She had to make you lose yours too. I cannot permit this to continue. Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons. She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
That's a good... How many of you are there?
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
He wants to possess me.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together until I revealed my true nature to... Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
Biology.
I would say biology.
So, I would class demons along with parasites.
The comparison's not very flattering. You live inside a host and you feed on that host. Do you not?
A large number of parasites are essential to the survival of their bearer, you know. We do indeed choose a host. We enter inside them, and we evolve with them. But if you prefer a more philosophical approach, or a more poetical one, consider us as
an idea. We are an idea that penetrates the human spirit. But in fact, in no way are we a danger for our hosts. Quite the contrary, we strengthen them.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family, but it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are because a large number of our kind remain hidden or never reveal themselves even to us.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
And how is it you help men exactly?
Let's just say that without us, man would probably never have left his cave. Fire, the wheel, tools, writing. We are the spark that inspires man to search, to grow, to evolve.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
Big rat questions.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
I've theoretically got a spear if needs be.
So, von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What? You mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wants to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
Okay.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
Okay.
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
Your birth certificate.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I think you sorely need the Golden Order, and you want to make sure you've
Your
got
my dad
it.
wasn't an option.
You really think I'm that desperate?
Well, I did think so, but now I'm not so sure.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow.
We've
have
got
you
skills.
ever had any
We're a player
vision?
character.
No, stop it. It's
Have
absurd.
you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Hey, I was correct.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
I don't really know. It's probably a good.
To tell you the truth, I don't get much time to ask myself those questions.
Quite right. Best not to react to all this too suddenly. Take some time to think about it all. For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all
So
in
when does
good
the
time.
non-aging
Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts.
Already done.
Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Just great.
But it'd be a violation of their most intimate thoughts, wouldn't it?
To begin with, there's nothing obliging you to do it. You already had the ability without even knowing it. I just gave you the option of putting it into practice if you want. Moreover, it would be wrong to evoke morality here. Every species is different, Louis, and this is the way we are made. That's all there is to it. You are free to use this talent or not. And what's more, it will be up to you to decide what to do with the thoughts you read. That is where the values of right and wrong do come into play. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourselves will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Thought reading. You are now able to hear the superficial thoughts of interlocutors. Each use of mind reading costs 1 essence point. You can earn back when... Okay. Alright then.
I'm off.
You're right. I need to go now.
Oh, say bye, Dad. No, say bye, Dad. No.
No.
See you later, Lord Mortimer.
One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Cool.
Delightful.
Yeah. Thanks for that little tidbit. Is everybody gone?
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
I'm not sure that's necessarily the way it works.
We just have to live for 600 years with one arm.
Well, hold on. Look at the very impressive way that Lord Mortimer has built all the contraptions within his home. I'm fairly certain a mechanical arm wouldn't be a stretch.
True. We have 600 years to learn how to make one.
Exactly! And Daddy's already lived 600 years, so he's already... Yeah, I'm sure he'd be willing to give us a hand. Literally.
Stand behind you and clap.
Where is she? Because Emily's over there.
Why is Emily over there?
Oh, has Emily shot Sarah? Is that a corpse? That looks like a corpse.
No?
I think.
Yep.
Oh no! No, Mother!
Louis, it was an accident. I'm sorry. I didn't have a choice. She attacked me. I didn't want to hurt her.
What happened?
I was on the wharf. It was dark.
Why were you on
She
the
seemed to be preparing to depart. I moved closer. I wanted us to talk, but as soon as she saw me, she threatened me. I wanted her to explain to me in her own words what had happened to Emma. I had to know what happened, Louis. You understand that, don't you?
This seems like a good first use of this ability.
For him that you left me, Emily? That's pathetic. Look, he still doesn't get it for crying out loud.
Emma? Oh, the bitch. Bitch.
What? Louis, what's wrong with you?
No, you are not Emily.
Ah, that. It took you long enough to figure it out, though.
Whoops.
Oh, I felt sorry for you when I saw you couldn't even recognize her, Louis. What do you expect? It wasn't my fault. Yes, you spent a night with her, but she can't have made much of an impression on you. Oh, men.
Shut it.
Was it perhaps that night we spent together after the conference that persuaded you that I was worth more than her?
What?
Oh, you still don't get it. The night of the conference? It wasn't poor Emily who paid you a little visit in your room. Oh, she was much too busy with Monsieur Bonaparte.
No, that's not true.
It was me, of course. I assure you, you got something a whole lot better. And when I think she wasn't even armed when I arrived. Right. Take a moment to think and meet me at the manor later.
You're crazy.
Now, Louis, don't push it. I understand your grief, but I won't put up with that sort of talk from you or anybody.
Die.
Die, you bitch.
I mean, I know
now both my booty calls are dead. No.
I know we can affect. We've just been given the ability to affect the minds of people. I didn't realise that included power word kill. I did not arrive in time to save Sarah de Richet. Do not stop Lady Hillsborough. Do not find out
We
about.
successed in killing her though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Emily.
Oh, apparently we could have had a discussion with Manuel Godoy. Well, shit. No books to read.
Oh well. Unworthy son. That's
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies.
Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
It's good.
Yeah, I'd say it's good.
No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Who now? Who what now?
Sir Gregory?
Good
day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Okay.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially
So
7,
we're the baby
but we're the
brother.
oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Well, we're the
Oh, the nephew, I guess.
of Gregory, yeah.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
I'd say he's right.
But if your intention
French,
is not to
so,
dominate the
you know,
human
we've
race,
just beheaded
why
our
not
king,
let
why
them be
not?
master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
I mean, I understand the point of view, definitely.
Well,
but
indeed, from that point of view, it is better to guide them.
It's rare for a novice demon to manage to stop thinking like a man so quickly. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Okay. Well, I think what we'll do, because it's coming to supper time-ish now for us, so what I think we'll do is we'll kill the stream here, go and have something to eat, and then come back and see how much we can finish off. So, yeah, it's getting interesting.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's died.
Not everyone.
My booty call has died.
Both of them.
Yeah.
and Mumsy.
And Mother. And Peru. And Elizabeth Adams. Just do me a favour, go to characters for me.
Character.
No.
Journal. Okay, so the servants, well, they're just around.
Yeah, that's fine.
Washington's still around. Napoleon's still around. Piaggi's still around. I'm still around.
Just.
She's dead. Both of her are dead.
There's a Hillsborough Emma up there.
Yeah, okay, so she's dead as well. So we've got two dead Hillsboroughs.
Do they look any different at all? No.
No, not really. He's still around. He's dead. He's still around. He's still around. She's dead. She's dead.
1, 2,
so
3.
1, 2, 3.
4.
4.
5, 6.
5, 6, 7, 8. If we're counting Louis as well.
I guess we haven't died, so sure.
Yeah, but we're also the player characters, so if we did 100% die, then we just wouldn't be playing the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to go grab something to eat, and we'll be back in a bit.